It's too smart. This is the Grizzlies game that happened a few nights ago, where it felt like I don't have anything to prove this, but it felt like Myles got more time where Sabonis wasn't on the floor and Myles was by himself and he could get rebounds in this one. I'm just saying that's what it felt like. But take that as you will, because that's an opinion one. I don't have anything to prove that one. But let's watch this in real time.
The Pacers have hit 3 threes.
Okay, so Myles is out here. He's facing the guy shooting the ball. Turns around. He's farther away from the rim than Sabonis. Sabonis is right there. And there's no way 15's going to contest that rebound. If he does, he's going to get a foul called on him. So, Sabonis being closer, of course he's going to get the rebound unless it clanks off the rim and Myles can reach and get it. But in this situation, Sabonis can get it. Again, I want this explained. How can he get the rebound in that situation? It has to bounce towards him, which is way less space. When Sabonis might even grab that one out of the air before he could even get it. Again, I'm not mad at Sabonis. Don't take this the wrong way. I love Sabonis. He's one of my favorite players. He's, if not my favorite player on the team. But Myles can't do much there in the way of rebounding when Sabonis is taking most of them, and he's set up to where he can take most of them. So now let's watch this one.
Was for the team in powder blue as Turner got.
Holy crap. Look.
It was for the
Myles. It's almost like he gets a chance to get the rebound because Sabonis goes out for the long rebound. Holy crap, it's a miracle. See, look what happens when Myles is the one in the paint trying to get the close rebound. He gets the rebound.
In powder blue as Turner got.
Explain. Because you don't believe me. If you don't believe me that, when Myles is in Sabonis' position, he's just standing, like he's supposed to get the rebound somehow. Why isn't Sabonis getting criticized for this one then? If we switch this one and do this one all game, Myles is getting the rebounds. Like, I still have more clips to show you, but I feel like I shouldn't need any more. It's obvious. And when I show the stats of this game, you'll possibly believe me more. Let's go on to the next one. Okay, let's watch this one.
Opponents, though, back in the East tomorrow night in Milwaukee against the Bucks.
Okay, so if you didn't see it, Myles goes to defend the undefended, as Flight would say, J.A. Morant, because he's uncovered. And who is that that's going up? Brooks, I think. Somebody, 21's going up for the shot. And he could pass it out to Ja Morant. So Myles is covering Ja Morant, because also if Ja Morant shot the 3, Myles, who is taller, has a better chance of blocking the shot. But Sabonis stays in close. Even though if this was a miss, I think 14 would probably get it, because Sabonis is getting boxed out here. Sabonis would have a better chance of getting the rebound than Myles. Maybe you could make the argument that he would start running in if he saw that it was a miss. But by the time he saw it was a miss and it was falling, by the time he ran in, somebody would have already gotten it. But it's just in situations like this, he goes out to defend because he has a better chance of blocking than Sabonis because he's a better shot blocker. Yes, they're the same height, but Myles is a better shot blocker. At least that's one thing Myles haters can agree with me on, is that he's a good shot blocker. I mean, it would be very ignorant to say he's not a good shot blocker, considering he leads the NBA. But his rebounding stats take a hit from that because he has to defend the perimeter sometimes, and Sabonis doesn't really have to do that. Now, on to the next one. I think, is Myles alone in this one? No, let's just watch it.
Out of traffic, into a place where he can make a play.
And
Okay, if you didn't see it, it was similar to the last one. Myles had to stay out of the paint to try and block a shot. Sabonis can stay in the paint, try and get a rebound. Now, yes, this one gets passed, then Sabonis has to try and block the shot, which doesn't go very well. I can't say Myles would do much better considering how fast you would have to react to that, and if he jumped up, you would probably foul him. But Sabonis has a better chance of getting this rebound too. Because again, Myles has to go out to the perimeter to try and block a shot. Okay, now this one.
I thought for sure there was contact there.
Anderson.
I shouldn't need to break that one down. I feel like, well, maybe it went too fast. Okay, so Myles is in between Ja Morant and I can't see his number. I think that's 14. They look similar. Possibly. Can I see your number? Number 2. But as this shot goes up, Sabonis is right under the basket, and Myles is behind Ja Morant and in between Ja Morant and number 2. Well, that's because at the beginning he's right there. He's right there because if it gets passed out, he needs to try and block the shot of whoever gets passed out to. And that puts him at a disadvantage for when this happens, because Sabonis, right under the basket, Myles, behind Ja Morant, while Myles is stronger than Ja Morant, if he tries to rebound over Ja Morant, he will get an over-the-back foul. Sabonis has no risk of getting an over-the-back foul, because he's not behind him, he's in front of him. And possibly there, maybe he'd get a loose ball foul. I think you get a loose ball foul if you hit someone too hard in the air, maybe. He might get a foul if he tried to go up and he's way too aggressive with Ja Morant on that one. But Myles can't do much, or else he's going to get a foul. And as we know, refs don't like Myles Turner. They want to call fouls on him for whatever reason. It's because when he's too aggressive, gets fouls called on him. That's why he can't be as aggressive as people want him to be. But that's just the unfortunate part of being a big man. If you get too aggressive, you're going to hurt smaller players, possibly, and then get fouls called on you way more easily. Okay, so last clip of this game, and the last clip out of any of them, and then I show you the stats of this, so let's watch it.
Tonight, they start knocking it away.
And Clark.
Now, you might have only been watching, Ja Morant, the ball handler, which makes sense. As basketball fans, we all love to watch big men handle balls. Myles is on the post. I mean, not on the post. He's on the perimeter, guarding a perimeter player who it could get passed out to, because he can block shots from the perimeter. Sabonis, he's in the post. Why? What the heck was that? Whatever. Okay. Because maybe he can block the shot and he can get the rebound. So, yeah. Once again, Myles at a disadvantage because he's on the perimeter, which sucks for him. And here are his stats from this game. Look at that. He plays within 3 minutes of Sabonis, and he gets 11 rebounds. You know why? Because he got more time where Sabonis wasn't on the floor. That's my evidence for why it felt like Sabonis and Myles weren't on the floor with each other as much, and Myles got more alone time in the paint. He played more minutes, got more rebounds, got more chances. That was the one clip that we saw where he got a better chance of getting a rebound than Sabonis when Sabonis was still on the floor. So what's the defense now? That I only picked. I guarantee you the defense will probably be, I picked clips that furthered my narrative. I will list the exact clips that I got these from. Highlights from the Knicks-Pacers game at the beginning of the season. Highlights of the Pacers-Bulls game. I believe that's the second game of the season. And then highlights of the Grizzlies-Pacers game that was 3 nights ago. Just go search up Pacers, click on those games. When you go in, the video should be there. You click on that, you can watch the video. I mean, maybe there were some I missed. But explain how this doesn't at least help the case that Myles Turner is a decent rebounder. How does this not help that? At least a little bit. I don't know how. Just, Myles haters, I just want to say this. Open up your minds a little bit. Open them up a little bit. I realize Myles, I'm not trying to say Myles is a great rebounder. I'm not trying to say he's one of the best in the NBA. What I am trying to say is that he's not as bad a rebounder as his stats reflect. Get it? You might say I'm biased because I'm defending Myles. I can say the same thing. You're biased because you don't like Myles. So you can't use that argument in the first place. I'll try to have an open mind. You try to have an open mind. Maybe we can come to common ground. But when people bring up players like Rudy Gobert, I almost said Gobert. I've been watching too many flight videos. Gobert. He doesn't have another rebounder on his roster that's averaging over 7 rebounds a game. So he is the primary rebounder for that team. That's why he's getting so many rebounds. Domantas Sabonis, primary rebounder. Myles, people love to bring up his rebounds when talking about defense. They say blocks are overrated, even though we lost games because we didn't have him. I bring up his steals, and then people don't reply because they know I'm right, or maybe they just didn't see it. I don't know. He has very good steals for a center, rivaling Rudy Gobert's. And then once you go past steals and blocks, they go to the rebounds. Rudy Gobert is the primary rebounder for his team. Myles Turner is not. There is a strategy to rebounding, even though, people who may not look into it, it may sound stupid. But there is a strategy to rebounding and how you tell your players to rebound, how you tell them to position by who's on the court. Like, if you have TJ McConnell, even though he's shorter, he's a better rebounder, so Nate might say, okay, TJ, you go box out with Goga or Myles or Sabonis, or whoever the other big man is on the court. He might say, okay, you go out there, you box out in the post with Sabonis and try to get the rebound. And Jeremy Lamb might try to get the long rebound. Something. There is a strategy to it. Believe it or not, there's a strategy to rebounds. I get it, this video is probably really boring. I mean, all we looked at was rebounds, and you heard my boring voice breaking down plays, and you were probably saying that I was an idiot the whole time. But it's difficult to make rebounding interesting. It's difficult to make breaking down plays interesting. So I just broke them down. There you go. You can try to sit through this whole thing. If you manage to sit through this whole thing, good job. good job, honestly. And if you sat through this whole thing just to later insult me, also good job, because you care more than the people who enjoy my videos. So, good job. But, yeah. That's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed me defending Myles Turner, and probably sounding like I don't like Sabonis. Much I like Sabonis. I enjoy watching him play. He's a very fun player. But, I'll see you guys next time. If you want me to do another video defending another thing that Myles Turner gets criticized for, like maybe his scoring, or people saying blocks are overrated, I could do that. Just leave suggestions for other videos that might be like this. It might take me a while because with all the games going on, because you have the Pacers, Red Wings, Purdue all playing at once. But in the summertime, I could probably make more because there's only one team playing during the summer, and that's the Tigers. So I have more off time. At least I think, maybe. I don't know. I might have more off time. And it's the summer, so I don't have school, so of course I'd have more off time. But I will. See you guys next time. And as always, I'm not funny.
Love on each other, as in, like, you know, tell each other they love. I don't know, like, who the person is, so the fuck you doing? The fuck you doing? Dumbass. My bad, y'all. That just pissed me off.